Hey Aquarius, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for August 23rd through the 29th. This is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and we're going to see what's happening here in the week ahead with this deck here. We're also going to include Aquarius, Venus, because I'm going to pull a few love messages from this deck here towards the end. Since I didn't get a chance to do love and romance readings for August, we're going to incorporate a little bit of love here at the end in this reading. But let's see what's happening for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, August 23rd through the 29th. If you stumble across this video outside of those dates, don't you worry. You found it whenever you were meant to find it, whenever you were meant to hear the messages. So without further ado, let's connect here, let's jump in, and let's see what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and what messages are coming in from Spirit for the Aquarius collective at this time. Alrighty, my dears, let's get right on into it. First card coming up here, we have the Queen of Swords. This could be you, Aquarius, with your air sign energy. Queen of Swords is going to be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, that beautiful air sign energy. Now, there could be another air sign coming into the situation or affecting your situation or your plans coming into the week. However, the energy of the Queen of Swords in general is going to be one of very strong boundaries. And sometimes, okay, the Queen of Swords can come up when there are issues of time management and protecting our time, okay? And I'm feeling that with you guys, Aquarius. I feel like a lot of you are feeling like you're never going to be able to accomplish something because there's not enough time. But really what the issue is that there's too many people and things pulling at you that you need to kind of nip in the bud. The Queen of Swords does not suffer fools. She does not allow distractions. You either need to get on board or get out of the way with the Queen of Swords energy. And so I feel for some of you, you're doing a lot to protect your time or take back your time. You're realizing how precious your time is. I also feel like some of you are feeling the need to set hours on your phone. Even if you're not somebody who is attached to your phone for work, like for work purposes, I feel like you're setting phone hours for yourself. Like at this time I'm turning off my phone, or I'm putting it on silent. I'm not looking at it till the next day or the next morning, or from this time to this time, this is my time. I'm not going to be looking at my phone. I feel like some of you are doing something not just with phones, but with electronics. There's like, you keep falling into a rabbit hole. Like you say, oh, let me just take 5 minutes and see what's on social media. Or let me just take 5 minutes and see if there's anything interesting on YouTube. Or let me just take 5 minutes and check my emails. And then next thing you know, you're falling down this rabbit hole, and it's been like an hour, and you're like, oh shoot, I didn't get to this, I didn't get to that. Or I didn't have time for this, I didn't have time for that. So I feel like some of you are putting some kind of boundaries on electronics having to do with time management. Okay? I also feel for some of you, there might be something that you're doing in terms of certain people that you're cutting out of your social media, or maybe you're taking a break from social media in general because it's aggravating you, it's triggering you. And for some of you, you might have someone who intentionally is posting things, trying to bait you or trying to get your attention or trying to make you feel jealous or like their life is great and yours isn't. And so I feel like some of you might be kind of putting that person on ignore, or taking a break from social media, or maybe you're unfriending or blocking somebody. But I feel there's something happening with social media, electronics, internet, that you're limiting, or that you're seeing that, you know what, this has been kind of a source of misery or distraction for me, and I got really big important things to be focused on right now. I can't let this be getting in the way anymore. So I see some kind of boundary around social media and electronics for the Aquarius collective coming into the week ahead. The next card coming up here, my darlings, is the Star. Ooh, yes, please. This makes me happy. This makes me happy. In general, the Star card is a positive card, right? It's good news. It's also a major arcana card, and some of you have heard me say the major arcana cards come up when we're coming into a new chapter, a significant energetic upgrade, a defining moment in our life, something we came here to accomplish, something we came here to master. So it's good, it's positive. But the reason why I got so excited when I saw the Star card, other than the fact that it tells us the worst of it is over and we can expect for things to get better now, other than that wonderful message, it's your card. This is the card of Aquarius, okay? So for me in my readings, when I'm reading for somebody and the major arcana card comes up for that person's zodiac sign, it tells me that this is a very powerful time for you. This is the time that you're coming into your full power. You're coming into your full confidence, taking your power back and coming into your authenticity. You're shaking off all of the programming from childhood, all of the labels that people have put on you. You're shaking it all off and you're coming to your powerful, authentic self. And you're living life as your unapologetic self, doing the things that make you happy without feeling bad, without holding back. It's a very empowering time and a very empowering shift for me in my readings when someone's major arcana card comes up. So we talked about boundaries. These boundaries are taking you to where the sky's the limit. These boundaries are taking you to where you're going to be able to accomplish really big things and take your power back. Some of you might be coming out of a time of feeling very powerless, right? And you're like, no, I don't want to feel that way anymore. I shouldn't have to feel that way anymore, right? These people aren't going to define what I do or when I do or how I feel. I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do, and I'm in control of how I feel. So there's a sense of taking power back and coming into your authenticity. The Star card, as I said, indicates the worst of it is over. How do I know that? Because it follows the Tower. Tower is destruction. Tower is chaos. And after the Tower comes the Star, immediately after the Tower. And this is making long-term plans that are finally going to stick. This is healing. This is like we made it out of the darkness and it didn't dim our light. It only made us brighter. We are a shining light. We are in the energy of inspiration, of freedom, of, drawing attention to ourselves in a positive way, right? And so for when your major arcana comes up for me, it's like you're falling in love with yourself in a healthy, non-narcissistic kind of way, and you're beginning to realize and you're beginning to see the things that you thought were weaknesses about yourself are actually strengths when applied correctly. So very empowering energy. Aquarius, you are like a force. Like don't mess with Aquarius in the coming week or the coming weeks. Don't mess with Aquarius. Don't tread on me. That's your energy. Your next card here, my dears, is the Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. Nine of Cups is happiness. Nine of Cups is good things coming your way. Being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Now, I've said this in the past. Nine of Cups for me in my readings comes in with a little bit of a heads up. Because sometimes with Nine of Cups, we're happy and things are going well for us and we have a lot to enjoy. We have a harvest that we're able to reap and to enjoy. But we may have people on the outside looking at us like, look at Aquarius over here. All selfish, all greedy, has all this stuff and keeping it to themselves. All forgetting where they came from. Look at Aquarius, right? Some people can have that mentality when the Nine of Cups comes up. They're looking at us like we're just living it up and we're just like all gluttonous and all happy and we don't care about anybody else. But the Nine of Cups comes in with the message of a healthy sense of entitlement. You did the work. You deserve to have the benefit. And if you give to every single person who asks when they ask, you're going to run out. You're not going to have anything left for you. So again, boundaries. Boundaries. Going back to the Queen of Swords, boundaries. It's okay for you to tell people no. It's okay for you to set limits on what you give and how much you give. If somebody comes up to you and says, maybe if I come up to you, if I say, Aquarius, please, Aquarius, I really need help. I messed up and I miscalculated and they're going to turn my cell phone off if I don't pay by the 25th and I need $400 to keep my phone active, and if it's not active, I'm going to get fired from my job, and I'm not going to be able to get a hold of anybody. Please, please, please let me borrow $400. Okay, Aquarius, maybe you have $450 in your bank account. So technically you have $400. But when it comes down to it, maybe you can't afford to give me that, because I'm telling you I'm going to pay you back in a week. And that $50 isn't going to be enough to get you through the week until you get paid. What if I don't come through and I leave you hanging? Some of you might be like, well, you know what? That's fine. You know, that's fine. I can make the $50 work for a week. Yeah, but what if I don't come through, and what if I don't give you that $400 in a week? Are you going to be able to make rent later? Are you going to have enough for groceries? Are you going to have enough for your bills? You might say, you know what, Amethyst, I'm really sorry. I can't help you out. I can't give you $400, but you know what? I can give you $50, or I can give you $100, and you can pay me back in a week, or you can pay me back whenever, right? You can choose how much you give, and you can look at, like, what can you really afford to give. Don't feel bad to say no. You have to look out for yourself. 9 of Cups for me sometimes comes in with a healthy sense of entitlement and being able to set limits on how much you're giving. 9 of Cups can also be that you have a really big financial blessing coming your way, and it's like you have this long banquet table, and all your friends and all your family are at this banquet table, and Spirit's preparing to put out this banquet of blessing in front of you. But Spirit knows that the second that the blessing is set out, even though you have a generous heart, even though you believe in abundance, and even though you want to share with everybody, Spirit knows that the second that this blessing is put out on this banquet table, they're going to come in like locusts, and they're just going to eat everything up. And they're not going to leave you even a crumb within a matter of seconds, even though you were willing to share. So the 9 of Cups sometimes comes up to say that, like, look, your blessing is coming in, but your homework right now is to set those boundaries. Your homework now is to have that protective layer around you, so that when your blessing comes in, you're able to hold on to it. You're not going to have people come in like locusts and devour it and leave you with nothing. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Be okay with telling people no, even if they make you feel like you're being selfish or greedy. You know, let them think what they want to think. It's not your problem. At the end of the day, you have to be there for yourself. You have to look out for yourself. If you can't have your own back, how can you expect for anybody else to have your back? Your next card here, Aquarius, is the 3 of Wands. This has been a popular card, and this card's been coming up for a lot of people, a lot of the different signs. Not surprising. You know, we did have the Lionsgate portal open up on the 8th, and so a lot of us are manifesting. A lot of us are coming into very powerful energy. And the 3 of Wands has to do with putting ourselves out there, or putting something out there that's going to have a positive return. It can indicate the point of no return. There's nowhere to go but forward. We can't unsee what we've seen. We have to keep going. We have to keep moving. Some of you are going to have really good news or really positive return on something that you've put out there. I feel there may be some kind of an investment that you made, and you're going to discover that that was a very smart investment, that it's coming back with a quick return. Some of you might be looking into investing in general. You might be looking at your finances and getting more into, like, well, you know, what can I put my money into that's going to bring back a profit, or going to make it grow or multiply, versus hustling, versus doing more work, versus bringing in more business work, versus getting a second job. You might be looking at, how can I make it expand? How can I make it work for me? Okay, there could be something here for some of you where you're taking a business or a product or a company, and you're wanting to launch it overseas and do something in terms of international. I feel like some of you are kind of exploring the concept of international business, or setting up your business in a way where you can go wherever you want, where you can work from wherever you want. Alrighty, my dears. We're going to also check with love and romance. I would encourage you guys to watch your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign, if you haven't already. Some weeks those are going to resonate with more than others. Might bring you a little extra information. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. But we're going to see what's coming up for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in terms of love and romance here. Alright, so the first card here is, we've got Five of Cups. Okay? Five of Cups can indicate disappointment, but not all is lost. Okay? Something may have not gone the way that you had hoped or the way that you may have expected, bringing us back to the issue of boundaries here. Maybe some of you are having to set boundaries with somebody and let them know that, hey, you know what? That disappointed me. You're going to have to step it up. There could be some disappointment here that's going to require boundaries. However, Five of Cups can also indicate some kind of like numbing ourselves. Aquarius, you may be numbing yourself. You may be in the energy where it's scary for you to feel, so you may be looking for distractions or ways to keep busy, vice versa. Some of you may be dealing with a person that has a really hard time with their emotions, and they may be trying to distract themselves, or they may be trying to get into the energy of like not feeling or not allowing themselves to feel. There can at times be substance abuse issues, or there can be somebody who maybe is drinking too much. I feel like maybe some of you are coming out of a period, or your partner may be coming out of a period where they've been doing a lot of drinking, and so maybe they don't have an issue with it or a problem with it, but they might just kind of be sobering up and realizing that, hey, there are some things I need to deal with. Even though they happened a long time ago, I was checked out. I was a workaholic, or I was gambling, or I was partying, or I was living it up, or whatever it might be. I wasn't letting myself feel that loss. It could be you, Aquarius. There may be a loss that you have to let yourself feel to let love in. You may be dealing with a partner who has a loss that they have to experience before they can let love in. But I feel somebody is like just now letting themselves feel, and in that process there's like a release that needs to occur and boundaries that need to be set. So some of you maybe need to be kind of slowing down how fast you're moving in a relationship so that you're able to handle it, so that you're able to let it in, or vice versa. This is somebody that you might realize that they're going to need some time. They're not going to be ready to move super fast. They're not going to be ready to take the next level, the next step super fast. And so there could be an issue here of, you know, like even though it may have happened a long time ago, now they're just barely starting to deal with it. Now they're just barely starting to heal it. I do feel for some of you in this sense of disappointment, this person might be stepping up and telling you, I gotta tell you the truth about a situation, and this is where it is, and I don't want to lose you, but this is the best that I can offer you, and I can't offer you more than that, right? Like, we're talking 10 cups. They can't even give you 10 cups. They were showing up with 5. And you're like, oh, okay, fine, I'll take the 5. But then you're realizing, no, I can only give you 2. I don't have the other 3. You're going to have to make a decision. I just feel like somebody maybe instead of progressing might be going backward here with what they're bringing to the table or what they're offering you, right? Maybe for some of you, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm busy. I've got all this hustle. I've got this 9 of Cups. I got this 3 of Wands. I'm busy with making money moves. I'm busy with career. I'm busy with advancing. So you know what? That's fine. Whatever. I won't take this person too seriously. Other ones of you just might be like, I'm too busy to deal with this. I've got a lot going on in my life. I got to focus on me. If you can't show up 100%, then, you know, I can't have you around. You know, some of you maybe are feeling like somebody needs to get it together, or somebody's making you feel like you need to get it together. But Aquarius, your energy feels to me like you are getting it together. Your next card here, my dears, is the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles can come up in a love reading or love situation where there may be collaboration. Maybe this isn't just a romantic relationship, but maybe some of you are in an energy or situation where you might be collaborating in terms of business or wanting to do business together. However, the 3 of Pentacles can indicate outside of business in a love relationship that there might be a foundation that's being laid here. There might be a foundation that's being set here. But again, this is somebody that's not looking to move super fast. This is someone who wants to go really slow and make sure that everything is, on the same page, and that they're going to be able to come in with consistency. If you are dealing with somebody who has some kind of addiction, or who is recovering from addiction, or if you're recovering from addiction, Three of Pentacles lets us know that it might be commitment and something long-term, but we're going to take our time building upon it, okay? Because we want it to be secure, we want it to be stable, we want it to be long-lasting. So this is definitely going to be a long road ahead. So some of you are realizing how much work a relationship is going to take, and you're going to have to make the decision. Are your feelings deep enough? Do you want this person long enough to where you're willing to do this work, and to where you're willing to do the waiting? Okay? I feel for some of you, you may feel, or you may be getting the vibe that this person wants to walk away, but like they're doing things to make you walk away, or they're doing things for you to be like, you know what, forget you, I'm done with you. If you're feeling that way, I would say listen to your intuition. If you're feeling like you're dealing with someone that you feel like maybe is sabotaging it, or like they don't want to be the one to call it quits, and they may be doing things for you to call it quits, don't be in the energy of second guessing yourself. Listen to your gut if you're getting that feeling. If you are getting that feeling, the Three of Pentacles is letting us know that you already have something really good established elsewhere that's going to be growing, right? It's safe for you to walk away from the situation and not feel bad. It's safe for you to walk towards this new endeavor, because the new endeavor is going to blossom. It's going to grow. It's going to become something more stable. Whereas this other person, maybe giving you mixed signals, but they're kind of hoping that you're going to be the one to walk away, because they might not have the courage to say, hey, look, I can't step up more than this. I can't give you more than this. They're waiting for you to say, you know what, this isn't enough, bye. Because they don't have the courage to tell you that I can't give you more than what I've been giving you. And they're waiting for you to walk away. I hate to say it, but I am kind of getting that vibe here. The next card that's coming up is the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups has come up for a lot of people as well. And so as you're releasing these disappointments, and as you're setting these boundaries and staying focused on these goals, you are having Ten of Cups come in. And Ten of Cups is the happily ever after. Ten of Cups is the energy of, and I know in love readings, typically people see it as marriage and babies. In fact, we have a couple here with a baby, and some of you might be manifesting that kind of traditional relationship, but not everybody wants babies. For some people, Ten of Cups is living alone in a cabin far away from the rest of the civilization. For some people, Ten of Cups is manifesting a lover or travel companion long term. It can be different things for different people, but Ten of Cups is happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction in every area of your life. Some of you have this mentality that, you know what, when career is great, love life is terrible, or you know what, I'm blessed with finances, but I'm not blessed with love. And Spirit is saying that's a limited belief that soon is going to be cleared, and you're going to realize that you can have every cup of your life, every area of your life full. You don't have to pick and choose between the two. Some of you have this fear that, you know what, I'm too successful to have a happy love life, or to have a real, genuine love life. And Spirit is saying you're about to be pleasantly surprised, and you're about to see that you can have this success, and you can have somebody who wants to be with you for the right reasons, or who isn't going to be intimidated by you or your success, and who's going to bring emotional fulfillment into your life, into your relationships. So I do feel some of you are having to cut some disappointment loose to have the Ten of Cups come in. And other ones of you, you can go to the 10 of Cups, but it's going to be a long road. I feel like a lot of you are dealing with someone that has a lot to overcome. And they might have been drawn to you because you're such a strong person. But you have to decide, are you strong enough? Are you in love enough to walk this road with this person? Because I feel this person's going to need a lot of time and a lot of healing. And I unfortunately feel like they also push you away. So it's a lot. It's a lot to endure. But I feel like Spirit is telling you there's other options here. And it's okay for you to walk away if this is too much. If it's more than you're willing to take on. You need to give yourself permission to do what's best for you. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign. If this is none of those, you may want a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Bye, my dears.